the kingdom. He says, despite
Making headlines tonight. The remains of Prince Norodom Ranarit have been cremated on Wednesday, following a ceremonial procession in the capital on Wednesday's National Day of Mourning. The Vice President of Cambodia's People Party expresses support on Prime Minister Hun Sen's selection of successor. US President Joe Biden and Russian President Vladimir Putin in rare talks to try and defuse a growing military crisis along the Ukrainian borders. Cambodian jet ski rider Saleh Umuet earned the first place for the third round at the Jet Ski Pro Tour 2021 in Thailand. This is the Daily Roundup on the EAC News Channel. A very good evening to you. My name is Paolo Bonini. His Majesty King Norodom Sihamoni and Queen Mother Norodom Moniniert Sihanouk have paid their last respect to Prince Norodom Ranarit on Wednesday. A ceremonial procession was held in Phnom Penh on the National Day of Mourning, before the prince's body was cremated. The royal government's top leaders have also shown their last respects. EAC News reporter Ria Soka has the story.
សពចាប់ដើម នៅក្នុងខណៈនេះគឺកងទ័ពជើងកំពុងតែរៀបចំព្រះវិធីកត់សពពីរថយន្តបុកបុកឬយ៉ាងរថយន្តបុកបុកដើម្បីឡើងមកលើមេតំណរួចដល់ពេលដែលតំណតែបាច់ហើយការអញ្ជើញមកដល់របស់សម្ដេចស្ដេចធំប្រធានព្រឹទ្ធសភាសម្ដេចអគ្គមហាជាចក្រេហេតុរិនប្រធានរដ្ឋសភាបណ្ដាអគ្គមហាសេនាបតីតេជោហ៊ុនសែននាយករដ្ឋមន្ត្រីនឹងមកអញ្ជើញមកដល់ជាបន្តបន្ទាប់ហើយនៅក្នុងកម្មវិធីផងដែរពេលវេលាម៉ោង 9 ការយាង
អ
His Majesty King Norodom Sihamoni has paid his last respect to his half-brother Prince Norodom Ranariddh on Wednesday morning. The king was accompanied by the Queen Mother Norodom Mininiet Sihanouk. The royal government's top leaders were also present during the ceremony of the day of mourning. Senate President Saichum, National Assembly President Hing Samrin, and Prime Minister Hun Sen all attended. A ceremonial procession was held on Wednesday early morning from the mortuary in the capital's Townpen district, where the remains of Prince Ranariddh was laid for 3 days to Wat Butumbate for the cremation. The 8th of December has been declared by the royal government of Cambodia as the National Day of Mourning for the death of Prince Norodom Ranariddh. All ministries, institutions, and pagodas are ordered to put the flag on half-mast. Entertainment businesses are instructed to suspend operation, while selling alcoholic beverages are prohibited.
เ
The Minister of Foreign Affairs to Myanmar, U Wannamong, has concluded his meeting here in Cambodia. The meeting was hailed as being both beneficial and constructive, in a time when rising tensions in Myanmar are a global consideration. Myanmar, though, is very much an ally of Cambodia, and Cambodia acts as a conduit to continued political discussions with Myanmar on the world stage. Mun Wang Lin, Myanmar's foreign minister, paid a courtesy call on Prime Minister Hun Sen, which featured an exchange of views on bilateral relations and recent regional development. He also visited Cambodia's foreign minister, Prak Sokhonn. There was also a candid discussion on how to support efforts in addressing the Myanmar crisis, as well as enhancing ASEAN's centrality and solidarity. While appreciating the result of the ASEAN Chair meeting in April, Myanmar also looked forward to welcoming and coordinating with the special envoy of the ASEAN Chair in fulfilling the 5-point consensus, including improving humanitarian relief delivery. The discussion extended into various ASEAN matters, as well as bilateral cooperation. Myanmar's foreign minister congratulated Cambodia as the incoming chair of ASEAN in 2022 and expressed full support for Cambodia's priorities and endorsing the joint effort to fight against COVID-19. In the joint effort to fight against COVID-19, Mun Wang Lin appreciated Cambodia's timely assistance in cash and kind, which contributed to Myanmar's effort to control and mitigate the severe impacts of COVID-19 to the country. Both sides agreed to enhance works in advancing cooperation on areas such as trade, economic, people-to-people exchanges, as well as cooperation on multilateral fora. There was further development when Prime Minister accepted an invitation to visit Myanmar on the 7th and 8th of January this year. The Vice President of Cambodia's People's Party, Sa Keng, has said that he respects Prime Minister Hun Sen's decision to select a future Prime Minister. In a message on Tuesday, Sa Keng, who is also the Minister of the Interior, says he has always respected and supported the decision of the General Assembly and the convention of the Cambodian People's Party. EAC news reporter Kong Srey Por has the story.
CPP Vice President Sa Keng says he respects the decision of Prime Minister Hun Sen to select a candidate for Prime Minister in the future. He has added that he will also abide the decision of the Cambodian People Party, which has Prime Minister Hun Sen as its president. Sa Keng's message followed the announcement of the Prime Minister last week, saying that he is fully backing his son Hun Manet to be next in line as the future leader of the royal government to be his successor. Prime Minister Hun Sen later said that apart from his eldest son, he has 3 other prime ministerial candidates in mind, but did not divulge any names. The Prime Minister has also said that he wanted to serve more years in the royal government of Cambodia, at least the same level with King Punyayat, who served for 43 years. Next month, Prime Minister Hun Sen will celebrate his 37 years in power as the Prime Minister of Cambodia. Kung Srey Por, EAC News.
The Australia-Cambodia Cooperation for Equitable Sustainable Services in the Kingdom has been working hard to fast-track programs benefiting persons with disabilities. On Wednesday, officials from Access, its partners and Secretary-General of the Disability Action Group, Aim Chan Makata,